Okay, so this is Kolento's Control Paladin from way back when, well, Hearthstone was first released. This is what Kolento, if anyone's not familiar with, former pro player. I don't know if he still does any Hearthstone stuff. Very, very talented. Made this list with the exception of one card. We added the Black Knight and we took out an Acolyte of Pain. Reason being, this matchup right here. Let me think about mulligans here for a second. I think we'll actually keep that because it's so high value in the matchup. We'll hope for an equality for the Pyromancer. This is good in the matchup, but it's slow, and this is really slow. So don't love our opening hand. But anyway, back to the deck. It's a little bizarre looking. You'll see there's a lot of one-ofs, a lot of cards you don't tend to see. Kodo's a little bit rare. You sometimes see it. One Argus, one Hammer of Wrath, one Holy Light, a Humility, and an Elven Archer. Like a lot of what appear to be questionable choices. But the reason that we're playing it is, first off, made by someone who really knows what they're doing. Very talented Hearthstone player. But I would like to climb the legend with a different deck next season. I don't want to do it with Control Warrior again. I just think it's, we've been there, done that. Had a really high win rate, a lot of success doing it, so I don't feel the need to kind of prove it again. But I would like to learn a different class. I'd like to learn Paladin, and I don't want to make too many changes to this deck just yet. I want to play it kind of how he intended it when he first made it, just to get like a real feel for how the deck is meant to be played, why the cards are in there. I played a little bit off stream, and while some of those cards I was pretty confused on initially, after having played it just a little bit, I feel like I'm starting to see, why he made a lot of the decisions that he did. And I'm really starting to think this is a really good deck, but one that we might have to tweak a bit because he did make it in a meta where I think there was a lot more aggressive play. Bit of a tough turn here. There's a lot more aggressive play, probably a lot more Zoo, a lot more Hunter, just because the game was, it was new. Not everybody had all the best decks. I think we're fine just doing this. Whereas now we're seeing a lot more Druid, a lot more control-heavy decks. That's why I think the Black Knight is just necessary, if you ask me. There's a Humility, so I think we just do this. And I don't think we even bother to swing. We don't want this dead too fast, because it's kind of neutralized like this, and hopefully we can destroy any taunt, but he might do a lore here. So yeah, that's the general idea here. Now initially I was planning on going with some more fun decks, right? As you can see, our legend rating has dropped like crazy. Off stream I tried to make some pretty goofy stuff, some like Mill Rogue. I even tried to get a Summoning Portal Warlock, but the thing is we just kept facing the same decks. It's like still just so much Druid and so much Zoo, and it's hard to really make like a fun suboptimal deck against a meta where people are, I guess, making their final push to legend. So what I'm doing instead is I'm going to shift my focus to actually ranking up now. We're at like bottom of the barrel legend. We're going to try to rank up a bit. Some with Paladin. I think we're going to do Paladin probably today and tomorrow. And then I'm guessing after that we're going to make the switch to Warrior. We've got some options here. Because I could pop this, I can Humility that, and then I can Kodo. Or I can just straight Kodo. I want to kill something with the Kodo here. I think we have to run that out. Like, we could Humility and Drake and then hope to hit like a Keeper with this, because I think that's the highest value target, but if we do that, we could run them both in there, so we can actually... And we can't quite clear the board. I think I'm gonna do this line and hope we hit the lore. Okay. Not the best, but we're left with not much of a threat here on the board. So yeah, the focus is going to be a bit more on climbing. I want to kind of solidify, one, my Paladin play, and two, the deck. I might still make some changes just based on kind of what we see here. This is why we keep the Black Knight. This is why it's in the deck. Very interesting. Pretty easy play here, I think. And yeah, if I can solidify my play and the deck, then we'll have something to do from like Diamond to Legend next season, or something to try to get to Legend with next season. But as far as fun decks, you know, suboptimal decks, I still love to play them. I still want to get them involved. So I've just got a different plan for that altogether, and that's basically when the season resets, because we were at Legend, it's gonna be pretty easy to climb. Sorry, I just need to think here for a second as well. I think we do Tyrion. It is almost certainly going to get silenced, but next turn we can drop these two, which is very mana efficient. Still having a 6/6 on the board is going to be really, really helpful here. And there's the tiny chance we don't get silenced, but really not banking on it. So yeah, then when we climb with these crazy high star bonuses, right? Like, I think at early ranks you don't even lose stars, and then eventually you'll be losing 1 star, but when you win you'll get like 8 or 10 or something crazy like that. So it's not like we need a super high win rate. So I've got kind of a fun idea prepared for the climb when the season resets. So for the next, what is it, 5 days or so, right, the rest of this week, planning on, this will be interesting, planning on yeah, just going with the climb, and ooh, really interesting here. And beyond that, then we'll get back to some fun stuff, and then when we hit Diamond, we can again jump back to this Paladin, or maybe some other kind of list. So lots of things here. We could Equality Consecrate. The only thing that's really keeping me from doing that is that I can't follow it up with a taunt. If I could follow it up with a taunt, I'd be much more willing to do it. Now we could Drake Consecrate. I just don't think that that's very good. Yeah, Pyro Consecrate's not that good. No, I still think this is the line here. We got good board control. 2 health behind a taunt that he can't easily break through. If he's running combo, then this might be the time for him to do it and try to clear the board. But I'm kind of expecting that he follows this up with some other big bodies. Oh no, that's his combo, okay? So here it is, we're not dead. He can't super efficiently break through this. But yeah, we do take some damage here. It's not the greatest for us. Still don't think it's a consecrate. I think we just do this. I doubt he's got another combo. If he does, whatever. We just let him win. Wow. He really does. Alright, well. Not a great game one, but not going to play around double combo there. Yeah, I just don't think it's smart to do it. Sometimes you're just going to lose to it. That's fine. So yeah, there's some cards I'm really looking to evaluate. Elven Archer is probably the biggest one. I can see the value for sure in it pairing with Equality, or even like a Wild Pyromancer, just like damaging something with the Consecrate and finishing it up kind of deal. We might actually want to keep Sen'jin here. Looking at the... nah, I think we still mulligan for earlier stuff. Yeah, I like this better. Yeah, so very curious about that Elven Archer. The thing is, if you're also facing aggro, like it's great if you're going to follow it up. Follow up an Equality with the Elven Archer. But it's also very good against like an aggro hunter or potentially even Zoo. And so that's where I can't tell if it's a card that's going to be good in this meta or if it's only a card that was good in previous metas. So we'll see with that one. If I did get rid of that, there's a few more things I might consider instead. Okay. All kinds of options here. I think we just take out the Violet Teacher and probably set up a Consecrate for a following turn. Or potentially a Pyromancer. So yeah, some of the other cards people might be wondering about, like the Humility and the Holy Light, I think are kind of unique in this deck. And again, from the little bit of my play, it's like, okay, they seem fine, but how good are they really? But pairing them with the Pyromancer, it really does give Paladin something that I think is often missing in the early game. Paladin can struggle a lot in the early game. Okay, I think we can play this kind of slow. Even if he Power the Wilds here, as long as he only does it once and not twice. Well, even if he does do it twice, we got the Pyromancer with the Consecrate, but I'm thinking anything bigger here. Drew to the Claw type thing. You can hit it, Consecrate. Probably just drop a dude. We're okay taking a bit of damage with some heal here. Got more heal in the deck. So this is where, like, yeah, Humility, obviously there's not like a great target for it. But this is the kind of time that you would choose to do it. Same thing with the Holy Light. It's like, Holy Light is often not played because it's slow, right? You're not getting immediate value from it. Sure, you're, maybe keeping yourself alive or something. Okay, this is probably a Humility. Could just be Aldor as well. Hey Snake, welcome back. We're taking your recommendation. We're looking at Kolento's Paladin here. I think we actually hammer one, swing at the other, and Peacekeeper. So we might as well get the draw here. don't even have to use the humility. Yeah, and even just against like these big threats, if you're not taking them out, like, of course, all these guys that you're dropping the one attack, they become very proficient dude killers and divine shield poppers. But they're not like a giant threat, and if you can just let them build up for the time that you want to use inequality, it's not even too difficult to get rid of them. Okay, I don't mind that. Oof. Again, it's tough. It's always tough knowing when to drop Tyrion, because he does just get silenced, right? This is the silence matchup, but he's only got 3 cards in hand, plus a draw. It's probably either that or a Sunwalker dude. Even the vanilla 6/6 is fine. He's not going to kill us here. Yeah, Peacekeeper is so good against Druid. The 2 Peacekeepers and a Humility. Toss in the Black Knight. Suddenly it's starting to turn into a favorable matchup. I think... Yeah, maybe not. I was going to say I think the taunt is better here, but I guess if we're just taking this out, it's probably better to drop the big body, be mana efficient. The heal's going to help, takes us out of combo range.
Pay attention, class.
Okay. He's gonna get a lot of tokens here. Alright, so if he is setting up for, what do you call it? For a combo, we've got a Pyromancer to deal with the 2 1/1s. But I'm not sure that we need to do it. Lots of options, because, I mean, you could Pyromancer Humility, the Violet Teacher, and plop a Sunwalker down as well. But you can also just kill, kill the Violet Teacher. I think we're good to just do that. Yeah, I don't think we need to burn the Humility here. Let's do this. Keep some health on that. The only question is this guy. We don't want too many bodies on the board. There's also I know it's kind of crazy, but I'm pretty sure you can, after you've been Aldored, I think you can silence your own dude to bring his stuff back. This is interesting. Maybe just a Savage Roar? This doesn't feel that strong for him. And he is doing it to board clear as well. I guess it makes sense, now that I see what it looks like at the end. Really not that concerned, though. Okay, card draw is going to be big for him. This is probably our other Peacekeeper target. Which will just keep some damage off of our hero, really. We could opt to not do it and save it for something else, but this guy's more like token based. So I think something like this is fine. Technically this is a dragon, so you know. For the dragon synergy, I don't believe I have in this deck. I'll just keep it around. Why not? Now we would like to draw into some of our bigger threats here. We can kind of pick away at them with these 1/1s, but it's not the most efficient way to do this. Okay, I think this is just a consecrate here. There's not a lot of good consecrate boards left. If it does get to a point where he's dropping some big stuff, we've gotten equality, it might actually be right to run a Pyromancer out just for the 3/2 body. But I'm not sure. Okay, this is fine. Ooh, I like it, I like it. But I think we're gonna equality this and then follow it up with the Drake. So we hit here, pop that, equality to take out the big guy here, run that in. And there's our Elven Archer, okay. Now, I'm not expecting any big taunts or anything, like maybe a Druid of the Claw. But with the Violet Teachers, I don't think this guy can run Ancient of War. Especially because he already played Cenarius. That's even like a bit of a question mark in the more token list. Okay, there we go. Very interesting. So I think we do want to Humility here. Because we want to preserve health on the Drake. And we're going to do that. We're going to shoot this. Dude. Pyromancer. I'll hold off on the other Pyromancer. Again, might be nice for the body, but if we get some kind of like spell power swipe here, might as well hang on to it. Opting for the Drake. Interesting. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Well, I think we do run this out then. For some damage, we're still not dead to anything he can throw at us. That's 2 Force of Natures. Wow, he's got at least 1 Ancient of War, which is very surprising to me. We do have a Black Knight. We've got Lay on hands. Speaking of which... Okay. Good draws. We'll just stall for a turn. Yeah, it's such a balanced deck. Like, it can play into this late game situation, but it's also very good at dealing with a lot of the early stuff we're going to get thrown at us, so... Kind of tough here. I don't really want to, like, Kodo Drake. I think it's too slow. I think we need the taunts down. As much as I would love to Kodo that 2-1. And I think I'm going to start tossing some of these in as well. I know he used one swipe. I don't remember if he used the second, but I'd hate for those to all die immediately. Really curious what he's got here, actually. Like, I don't know if he's just running one of these, because I don't even know how he slotted one of them into his deck. For some reason, I didn't think he had a Force of Nature. I must be thinking of last game. Are we dead? It looks like it. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't think there's much we could have done there either. Yikes. Not loving these Druid games. And yeah, Black Knight in the last, like, 5 cards of your deck does not help either. Was pretty crazy. In the last game we got double comboed in the top half of his deck, so let's see, do we get Druid game number 3? Okay, Warlock. Yeah, so this is what we're facing. There's tons of Druid, tons of Warlock, tons of Zoo specifically. I think we want to keep that in hopes that we get a Pyromancer. But we can use it out of desperation. That's great, that's great, that's great. And the fact that we've got coin, I'm comfortable with 2 4-drops in my opener. But yeah, this is why we're not playing fun decks. Interesting. So I think we're just going to do that. It might just eat a knife here. A small chance we get to pop the bubble. And a small chance that he would actually run that in just to be safe and we negate some damage. Unsurprisingly, though, the let's not play around anything Warlock. So he either spams the board, and we do it again, or it's still a pretty good Consecrate board. Not exactly spamming it, but still strong. I was gonna say, or if you drop something big, you probably Peacekeeper Elven Archer. fact that he's got one card and sitting on 5 mana, I'm going to assume this is a Doom card. But maybe not. Some other interesting options. Peacekeeper's not bad here, but I think I actually like... This is Ascension Humility turn. You can't actually deal with the board. We've still got lots of cards. Yeah, we still might get Doom card. Maybe this is like a power overwhelming then. Oh, an owl. Okay. Interesting. Actually very effective owl. It's pretty annoying. Well, we're gonna make this guy follow the rules, whether he wants to or not. Five damage, he'd have to push 8 this turn. Obviously Soulfire Doomguard. Possibility, but very unlikely. If we can slap this Sunwalker down without getting hit with a Doomguard, I'll feel a lot better. Still not great though. If you get the Sunwalker down, I guess he just kills it. But there's not a lot else we can do. Hopefully it eats his board and he doesn't have something good to deal with it. Alright. And the problem is we can't drop Tyrion here. Because of the leper gnome. I think that makes it enough, yeah, where we die. Yikes. I think we're dead, right? Because he runs the leper gnome in. Hits those two, yeah. Sunwalker, we're dead. Everything, we're dead. Alright. Very bad start with this deck. Still got faith in it. I've got faith in Paladin in general. But I think we might have to make some changes just based on what we're seeing versus, you know, what Hearthstone looked like, whatever it was, 8 years ago or something. But I do also think we've just got to get good, you know. We got to get better. I haven't played enough Paladin in Classic. I think I played a decent amount of it when it kind of got good after a few expansions. But yeah, I feel very, very comfortable with Warrior, less so with Paladin. So kind of makes me want to rewatch those games and maybe consider other lines. Like, do I not consecrate on, what was it? On the follow, I think it was still on 4 mana. Yeah, because we coin consecrate and then we consecrated against 3 guys. Like, maybe we wait on that. Not sure. Okay, against Priest. That's like a really good pain target. Plus, I don't want 2 4s without coin.
Is someone injured?
Okay, I think we do drop the Juggler. There's a chance he power word shields or something to get out of range, or he might just pain this, but I think it's fine to just eat that. I think the only thing you gotta be cognizant of is just not hero powering there. Wait for the true silver. Hope he doesn't boost this up this turn. Okay, Thought Steal's fine. The damage we take, we just heal back anyway. Did I climb to legend with this paladin? No. No, I climbed to legend with warrior. Control warrior. And we're playing around. We're trying to find out a good paladin list, starting with Kolentos from our original Hearthstone way back in the day. And we're going to try to climb to legend with Paladin next season when they do the reset. Because yeah, I don't want to do it with warrior again if I can help it. Oh, and thanks for the follow, by the way. Burger Doble. I like it. Yeah, so far not so good. So far, oh, interesting. Yeah, we lost our first 3 games at this. I did play it off stream and had more success. So we got a couple options here. Wild Pyro Holy Light, I think, is actually better than trying to juggle something here. Pyromancer with the equality's good later, but there's just not like a lot of board presence from Priest. We get a full heal here, and if he uses a pain on this, I think that's a win for us. I find it hard to win with Pally, but you're just at Platinum at the moment. I think it is tough to win with Paladin, and that's where part of this fun comes in. Okay, I think we just do this. If he deaths it, whatever, as long as he doesn't follow it up with an ooze. I think it's best to run this out early before he can mind control. Yeah, I feel like if, one, I get better at Paladin play, because I don't think I'm... Oh, son of a bitch, from the Thought Steal. Yeah, I don't think I'm amazing at Paladin to begin with. And then, if we can tighten up the list for this meta, I really do think it's possible to climb to legend with it next season, but we gotta get better. It's just tough. I think we Peacekeeper, just because there's not a lot of good Peacekeeper targets. I'm just wondering what else we do, because you can try to like run the juggler out, hit with these two. It's only like a 1 in 4. And if we hit this turn, he just heals anyway. Okay, I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna swing face in case he does destroy our weapon, because I think a lot of these lists run ooze. But we do want to hit this next turn. Maybe the kind of aggro ones may work better. The ones with the Avenging Wrath. Oh my god, that was his other Thought Steal target? Oh my lord. This is bad. Alright, let me get my exclamatory son of a bitches out of the way. Okay, we really want to juggle this. Fine shield. Nice. I'm fine running one of these in. I think you just hope he doesn't have another Arcanine Circle here. Getting both of those thoughts stolen is just the worst. Yeah, so we ran a bit of an aggro paladin in Legend for a while. Actually, Snake here gave me a list that was pretty good. Oof, am I gonna lay on hands here? I think I am. Instead of the Guardian. Yeah, we had some success with it. Like, it was okay. But I kind of felt like the control variant was better. And this list attempts to, and it's from someone who's much smarter than me who built it. So that's why I think I just got to get better. It attempts to deal with the early game a lot better, right? Like, you've got knife jugglers and like harvest golems, which are kind of like early to mid game, but you also have the ability to like pyromancer holy light or pyromancer humility, drop an elven archer against a young priestess. Things like that are well, they're very powerful at dealing with early stuff. And then I think Paladin really shines with the late game, but we'll see. It is a very different meta with so much Druid, a lot of Zoo. I mean, there was a lot of Zoo back in the day, but there's a lot more Hunter as well. Oh my god, this guy's thought steals. Holy shit. Okay, great draw. I was actually going to Humility Kodo that thing. I feel slightly vindicated by that. This actually applies pressure. Yeah, Zeus and Combo Druid. Yeah, that's kind of what it seems to be at almost every rank. Jesus, another good thought steal target. Why couldn't he just steal, like, Elven Archer? That would be great. I think I'm just going to play very patient here and spam out 1/1s. I could equip the True Silver Swing, all that kind of stuff, but yikes. Yeah, those steals, oh my god. I suppose in some twisted way, it's a testament to how good the deck is, because you can steal all these good cards from it, but I mean, he's got more value out of my cards than I have. Yeah, I'm definitely okay with that. Alright. This is our Humility Kodo target. I think. We could also Pyro Equality. Or Consecrate Equality, but I'd like to get the body on board. What else are you gonna do it with? Probably not a lot. What could we die to? Can't even die to Velen Mind Blast, so don't need to heal off of that. Did we use our Holy Light? Because that could be a nice draw. I think we might have. It's an interesting one. Consecrate's fine here too, but you can save the Elven Archer for an Equality, but Equality Consecrate later is just as good. All I can think that he would have is like an Alexstrasza. Right, I'm trying to think what we could lose to in this deck. Generally, priests win, well, one by stealing your cards, clearly. But also by just kind of like outlasting you. They don't tend to have these like giant these giant threats. I think this is fine, right? Again, we could swing with True Silver, and it might be right here to actually put on a threat. At this point, I think I'm okay with it. He's probably got Cabal Shadow Priest still, right? Those are the other two big ones. And yeah, maybe an Alexstrasza. See if he Holy Smites his own guy. Oh, Holy Fire. Okay, that feels wrong and desperate. Because he could have stolen a 1/1 by me just doing this anyway. I don't think we have to swing now. Because then he could actually be Strassing his own face. It would be very greedy, but he could be running a Ysera as well. Okay, Blade Master makes sense. Does he really want to draw that much? I think we hit and Pyromancer Consecrate, right? Run that in. Yeah, that feels very strong. Oh, geez, we don't even have to Pyromancer do it. I wasn't even paying attention. I can just Drake do it. Even better. Man, even with those ridiculous thought steals, I think we're gonna come out just fine. Not gonna make it too easy on us though. Can we lethal here? If you do 3, let's say you slam that in, you run it in. Yeah.
I'm almost out of cards. For justice.
Okay, finally a win, but against Priest somehow doesn't feel as satisfying. GG's, thank you. I'd actually like to get another Druid matchup just so I can redeem myself. Warlock, alright, that's fine too. Yeah, this deck used to outlast control once, I think. Yeah, I think that's kind of... Okay, with coin I like 2/4s. Very similar to our last time against Zoo. It's possible I need to mulligan different as well. Yeah, Paladin, its hero power is just so good against control decks. Once you get to the late game, it's just a matter of getting there. And this one seems to do a pretty good job. Hope this is a hand lock. I only want it to be Zoo because I want to beat Zoo. I don't know, it feels good to whoop up on him, but anyone who's not playing a card turn 1. Yeah. Now it is certainly looking like handlock. Drawing good tools to deal with it, though, that's for sure. This will actually be an interesting matchup. I don't think I've played it yet. I don't see any reason to coin either. I feel very comfortable with Warrior against Handlock because they've got a good amount of burst. You can get down from 15 with like weapons and stuff. This, on the other hand, I don't think we equality. I think these targets are right to drop down to 1. We can follow it up with a Kodo next turn, even if he buffs it with an Argus. I guess then we're not guaranteed to hit it if he gets it with an Argus. But this is fine. Yeah, I'm thinking with this deck it must be right to save like an equality pyromancer thing for multiple targets. Right, if he drops a mountain giant and Sun Fury, you can just Black Knight. It's great. But if he's just got the one thing on board, like this feels like another humility turn. There's actually a few things I'm considering. I think you humility, and then I was thinking, do you Sen'jin or do you True Silver? If you True Silver swing at face, he's incentivized to just drop his Moltens right away, and you burst it down with an equality. Like you just break through everything, you Black Knight, you whatever. Yeah, I really wonder. For sure, you're doing this. If you drop the Sen'jin, you have less burst. What does he do? He's just gonna buff that to like a 2/9. Okay, I don't know if this is correct, but I want to see what this line looks like. I dare him to drop Moltens. We don't have a lot on the board that gets equality'd ourselves. Because equalitying your own shit is gonna suck against Mortal Coil. Right, but now we just kill everything. But do you do it with the Pyromancer or with the Consecrate? You do it with the Pyromancer. Yes, you do it with the Pyromancer. Then I guess you juggle. So I'm not sure that he's got the other Molten Giant. Yeah, we could just drop that to one attack. If he's taunting, we Black Knight. Great. Okay, I guess that's fine. I don't think we want to run this in. The only thought behind that would be a Hellfire. Yeah, Juggler go face. This guy's been putting too many Hunter decks. Okay, I'm wondering if he's prepping for Jiraxis soon. Unfortunately, there's not a ton we can do about it. You really need the other equality to consecrate through. You're not getting a lot of coin value here. I think we just play it slow. This is weak to Shadow Flame, though. Okay, there is the Jiraxis. I wonder if we use that first equality too hastily. Yeah, this is tough. You can kill one of them with Consecrate Weapon Swing. You could lower the attack on the other and run in the Black Knight, and then he's dropping 6/6s. But you got no way to clear the board. The thing is, his Molten Giants can't come out now. That doesn't feel too bad. I think we do have to go kind of hard here. And then if we coin out the Sanjin... Oh shit, we don't coin out the Sanjin. That was a mistake. He for sure Shadow Flames if we play the Sanjin. Never mind, we'll pretend like it totally made sense to coin Holy Light there. I feel like he just hero power Shadow Flames. Okay, never mind.
Shields up.
Okay. And we're probably wrathing the 3/3, right? It's gotta be right. If you equality now, you get through the taunts. You follow it up with the Sanjin. He doesn't have any other big threats. I think that's right, because we're not expecting a Molten Giant. It's almost impossible for him to play a Mountain Giant. Very difficult. He's used a bunch of his taunters. 2 Drakes. I think he might have like one more Argus. Interesting. Yeah, there's the Argus. Yeah, this is interesting too. We don't run BGH in this deck. I'm gonna blame Kolento for that. Okay, well you do have to trade efficiently there. Play on hand so can get us to a Tyrion, though he hasn't played any owls. Could be relevant to get the damage here. Doesn't hurt to have the body on board. We'll do it. We're getting kind of desperate here, though. Is that even good? You just pray he doesn't have owl. Even then, what does he do? He hits. He just 13, you're dead. Wow, are we just dead no matter what? Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think we're just dead no matter what. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just had to be more patient with our equalities that game. Definitely didn't pan out the way that we did it. And yeah, that's kind of what I was saying at the start. I don't know how you push for that last bit of damage. It felt like we had an opening there earlier, so I kind of went for it, but I suppose that was a mistake. Okay, well, lesson learned. Do we want both Peacekeepers? Or do we want a Golem? I think I actually like both Peacekeepers. He did get Jirax's kind of fast, but the way he played, it was kind of obvious that he had it. We were playing assuming that he did have it. Agree, Pyro Quality on 2 targets is kind of a waste. Yeah, I think it ended up being that way. Like I said, there was a point where it felt like an opening, but I don't think it was. Well, here we go. We get a chance to learn from our mistakes here. I do think we opened okay though. Like if he plays the Drake or he plays the Mountain Giant, right? You're just doing Peacekeeper, you're just doing Humility. Okay, same kind of thing. This looks very familiar to last one.
Shields up.
Some options here. If I knew the Kodo would hit the 1-7, I'd be happy to play it. Your other line is to... I guess you could hammer this thing as well. I was thinking you could hammer that. Just play patiently and then Kodo the next turn. Thing is, if you Kodo and you hit this, it's not even that bad. You just whittle this down anyway. Still fine against Hellfire. Yeah, okay, let's just Kodo. Okay, I think we do want to bump there and there, and that's just for Hellfire.
My shield for Argus.
Okay. I don't hate Pyromancer Hammer. You still have a quality Consecrate for later. It's nice, it's not going to mess up your board. The card draw here is actually a pretty big deal too. This feels alright. He's probably going to Mortal Coil that. Do we run this in? I don't think so. Yeah, this is funny. I feel like I don't play much handlock normally. It's all zoo. So this is kind of interesting. Okay. I can. So I think it's Peacekeeper. Do we run both of these into the taunt? Peacekeeper Senjin feels good. Yeah, I don't want a Humility with this. Pyromancer damage is pretty irrelevant. I don't want to coin Tyrion, because you probably just get silenced anyway. You could coin Azure Drake, but... See, we might still Tyrion next turn, expecting to get silenced. And just work with the 6/6 body on the board. Trying to think why he would do that. Nine cards in hand, okay. Yeah, this matchup feels really difficult. I don't feel comfortable at all. Okay, and Shadow Flame's to 4/5. That makes sense. So do we Tyrion? I mean, he gets a pretty free bubble pop here. Or he Siphon Souls or Owls. It's just like, I don't see the point of holding on to Tyrion.
Put your faith in the light.
Right? You either get a 6/6 body or you get the 5/3. I suppose you could do both. You could Owl and then Siphon Soul. That's kind of what it looks like. Hey. What do we got? I'm very confused. What is that card? Oh, it's a Molten. Oh, interesting. Wow, okay. Really interesting. So suddenly I'm not that worried about doing damage to him. I still think we need to humility this. So we're going to learn from the last time. We're going to not equality for just like a single target. It is a perfect consecrate, I agree. I think the only thing I'm looking at here, I think we want to Drake. Okay. Consecrate, coin, humility. And then I think the 6 damage to face is a lot better than just popping this. Because sure, if he plays one more Molten, he could taunt it back up or whatever, but Quality Consecrate is super powerful. Did not consider that, in all fairness. If you're going to Shadow Flame, you should hit our face first. Oh, okay. Alright, he does heal up here. Another Drake would just be fantastic. Yeah, this is again where I don't know the matchup well enough. My gut instinct is True Silver, hit one of these, drop the Sunwalker. Harvest Golem's no good here. I think because we got 2 True Silvers, that just like has to be the line. But there is a part of me, again, you gotta think about the, like at what point do you go to kill him? If you start swinging face there, you still have an Equality Consecrate to fall back on. But this, we've got the body on board unless he Siphon Souls, I think. Okay. Okay, that's probably the guy. think we just do that and dude. This would be a good time for him to Jiraxis again. It's the only problem with this guy because he's really good at hitting the bubble or finishing off with the 5 damage, but and that's why Harvest Golem could be better to not get Mortal Coiled. Hey, chat does stream. Thank you, thank you. I saw every now and then I see, you know, some Twitch follows pop up from in between streams, and so I assume people coming from YouTube and that, and yeah, it's much appreciated. Thank you. And welcome to the stream for the first time. Now, what the hell do I do?
The battle.
Because now he's got both Mortal Coils gone. The health is almost irrelevant. Right, he's either going to build a board and make it impossible for us to kill him. Or, okay. The other Soulfire. Okay, Leroy's gone.
Shields up.
Okay, this has to be a quality Consecrate. I know it is only 2 threats, right? But it has to be. 5 damage. I just gotta look at everything. This is it. iGamer, man. He fucking knows. This is it. We put it into 8. We do 5. 1, 2. There's no like clever lethal here with Juggler that I'm missing, right? He has 7, 8, 9 damage. Just, God. Because he played Soulfire, which makes me think that's not a Jiraxis, but he could draw into it. Yeah. Okay. Like, clever lethal is like if, you know, you could somehow... Oh, okay. That's clever lethal. You, have a long pause, and then he just kills himself. There we go. Learn from our mistakes. Getting better. That's what I think is so exciting about this. I like the list. It's a new list that will hopefully be able to streamline a little bit more, but like as opposed to playing Warrior, like I felt so comfortable playing Warrior that I was getting sick of it, even though I'll probably go back here at the end of the season. But I feel like not at all that level of comfort with Paladin. And so it makes it fun to like be getting better at the game still. You know, this far after it was first released. Now if this is another handlock, I'm going to be incredibly surprised. Okay. Because, yeah, it's usually like 90% Zoo.
The light protects me.
Yeah, I did use Control Warrior to hit Legend. That's right. Okay, I'll save that for the Pyromancer. Yeah, we had like a stupid high win rate. Like, I think from Diamond 5 to Legend, it was probably like 75+%. Like, it was just crazy. I think we just dude here. I don't even think we have to Pyro Humility. But yeah, we've tried a few different Control Paladin lists, and I'm right around that 50% mark in Legend. Under today, for sure. Yeah, I think we just do. You could also just, like, Humility one of these things. prevent 2 damage. But this can be so good later. I would love if he did something like that. Wow, he's just pushing all the damage. Holy shit. Okay. We do the old trick, play the one from the right, make it look like that's the only one we have. That being said, we could just die here, my god. I had about 85% win rate on Warrior from Diamond 10 to 5 and 50% after. Feels hard stuck. Well, if you're looking for ooh, this is interesting. If you're looking for a good control warrior list, absolutely check out I can also link one here, but I've got all kinds of videos on it, and it's a little different than normal. Oh, you tried mine and still? Unbelievable. 1, 3. Part of me wants to just like Pyromancer Humility to kill them, but I think Kodo's just better here. Is it? Is it really? Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, of course I remember you. It's let me get this right. Mustafa. There we go. I can remember. Mustafa was that? Yeah, play Druid, easy legend. It's one way to do it, but it does require that you sacrifice your soul. Okay, I want to look at all the lines here. Mostly just because I want to heal or taunt, but I know Consecrate's insane. Consecrate's good, but I guess it's not like necessary. True Silver, you're actually healing more, but you get more damage on your Kodo. Boy. We're gonna do that. We should be fine, right? It's the Soulfire Doomguard garbage that you die to, but yeah, Miracle Rogue's a good deck to climb with as well. I'm not as good with it, so it's you know, hard for me to personally recommend. Alright, this just has to be better. Is it though? You can also hit, run that in, drop the Senjin, or True Silver. Yeah, this is better. It would have to be Owl Soulfire Doomguard. Take my chances. Feel like it's just your luck. Is there because I'm sure it's different from when I climbed as well. Like, hell, I'm facing handlocks today. What are you mostly facing? What are your most common matchups? Do we have a lethal? 4, 8. Okay, I think we just do that. Easy. Druid and Zoo. I guess it's unsurprising. The only thing I can think to tech against Zoo that would really help is a second Brawl. If you drop... What would you drop? You could drop 1 Sunwalker. Or 1 Drake. I like them both, though. Should be GG. playing against Warlocks, sometimes you feel like they have a card that just does 20 damage to your face, so I always like to wait. But alright, I gotta hit the washroom. There we go, 369. Very nice. I'll queue up the next one, but I'll be right back.
Uther versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine. I will fight with honor.
Not sure if it's right to keep that equality. Pretty nice for the Pyromancer, though.
Put this apple on your head.
I really wish I had good answers to that.
Reporting for duty. Get in there, fight, dragon.
Face, face, face. Dang it. I was really hoping I could bump in there. And then Elven Archer. I don't think we need to be greedy with the Pyromancer equality, just because we could True Silver this next turn. So okay, finally, we really just haven't drawn much of Elven Archer, so this is a good showcase of how she is in the deck. God, these zoos are just like so stupidly aggressive and like not hitting there. I think True Silver is better. I would really like a Holy Light though. Boy, would I ever. This Paladin seems very good against Zoo. Yeah, I'm kinda... I think I'm hypothesizing. Like I did watch Kolento play this again, whatever it was, 8 years ago or something. So I know a bit about it, and I'm guessing that he made a lot of the decisions that he did because there was a lot of Zoo. I seem to remember there being a lot of Zoo. And a lot of the one-offs, right? I think Elven Archer, he comes with equality and it's good against Zoo. Humility, good against like Handlock and Zoo. Good with the Pyromancer. I think that's why the Holy Light is there, mostly for early game with the Pyromancer. But it's also kind of there. I think this is where like the Genius comes in. I think it's also there in the case that you get Alex Strazed. Boy, this guy's knives are just on point today. I think we just gotta get a little lucky this next turn, don't we? Let me explore my plays. I suppose Humility is an option. But Humility Sen'jin still... You're still just dying. No, you like have to do this. fine. It's alright. Alright. Now another Pyromancer here would just be the greatest. Oh my god. Oh, but this gets hit with the buff. I was thinking, right, you play Humility on whatever, wipe these two out.
Let me think.
You would still kill this. You do kill your own guy. I don't think we can just Senjin though. Because like Doomguard runs into Senjin. You're not immediately dead, but you're pretty close. If you just kill that and then you Senjin, take a 3. But if you just play that, like he runs one in, and I guess it's the same thing, kind of no matter what. I don't know. This feels better. We still might get another 1 health guy here. Or even just be able to like bop that down to 1. Okay, not so bad. Boy, that young priestess can really be a nuisance, can it? I think though. I think this is the line. You prep the Pyromancer to hit. We're still not dead to Doomguard. Though we are dead to Soulfire Face. I think he still has 1 left.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Consecrate, pretty good. I don't actually think you want to consecrate though. I really want a heal. I really want to heal, so I actually want the card draw. What are we looking at? I mean, technically that threatens lethal.
The light protects me.
Wow, we actually win here. So stressful. Yeah, I know, right? It is pretty funny sometimes when you think about it, playing against Zoo, and you, yeah, exactly, a butt clencher. You play against Zoo, you're putting in all this, like, every turn, you're like, what if I draw this and I do that? And then it's that guy's turn and he's just like, tap, minion, minion, tap, minion, minion. Ooh, shaman.
I will fight with honor.
Interesting. Okay, we're for sure throwing that back. Peacekeeper is very good. I don't think it's amazing against Shaman, but even if you're just knocking down a 2 or 3 attack thing, it's very good. Hammer of Wrath is super good. True Silver is super good. This is really good against wolves. This is really good against Flame Tongue. Peacekeeper is just good, and it's 3 mana. I think that's also quite good. Now I've been playing mostly aggro shaman, but it looks like maybe we're not playing one this time. Oof. This hand just feels incredible. Yeah, this is fine. This is great. I'm not sure what you do on 4 mana shaman. Usually it's like you would mana tide or something around this time. And I don't think we want to burn a consecrate just for that. Oh, interesting. I think that's a great Elven Archer play. Yeah, I like it. What? What application failed to open?